All right, I am excited. Today we are going to be talking about content, and today is going to be a very casual and open type of training. So I'm going to do a mini training just to help you generate a ton of ideas. Like, save this in your notes or in a Google Doc and just always have this as something to go back to, because you will literally have damn near an endless amount of content ideas ready for you to go. All right, so let me see. Wait, hold on. Why can't I see the chat? So can someone like drop something in the chat just so I can see if it's working? Because this looks different. I updated my Facebook app and the Facebook Live looks different. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I can see it. Perfect. All right, so hi. I know there's a couple others joining and I know a couple others can't make it. Either way, this is going to be saved. Like I said, if you don't have a notebook, grab a notebook or open up a Google Docs or the notes on your phone. After this, you are going to have so many content ideas that are going to speak directly to your clients and also just attract soul-aligned clients. So I'm super excited. It's not a very long training, and then I'm going to leave it open for any questions. If I can figure out how to add more, like someone else on this, we'll do a content audit if you would like. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. There's two ways that you can use what we're going to be using today. The first way is you can use it for your overall brand, right? And it'll make a little bit more sense as I go through it. So we're going to be leaning into and choosing different content pillars, different categories. There's all kinds of different names for it. I'm just going to say content pillars just to make it clean. So you can do content pillars for your overall brand, or you can do content pillars for a specific offer, okay? And I'll give examples of all of that as well. So we have a couple different questions. I have my notes here and I have examples here, so if you see me looking back and forth, that's what I'm doing. If you have any questions in the meantime or as I'm explaining, drop it in the chat, okay? Like I said, this is going to be a very casual type of training. So the first thing I want you to think about is, what do you do? And what transformation do you provide? And the more clear you are on that, the easier this is all going to flow and the easier it is going to be for you to communicate to your clients, to your community, to your audience. And if you need support with clarity around exactly what you do and the transformation you provide, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to create a training around that for you as well. So I want to give an example. What do you do? Maybe you are a fitness coach, right? And what is the transformation that you provide? There's going to be a ton of different ways that you can answer this, and it's going to be very different for each person, right? There might be 3 fitness coaches, but their answer is going to be completely different for the most part. So make sure you stay true to you. Make sure it's something that you genuinely desire and not something that you feel like you should be saying or you should be doing, right? So again, maybe there's a fitness coach. That is what they do. The transformation they provide is they help clients get strong to feel confident, right? Okay, so that's the first question. Really simple. And again, I highly recommend typing this out as we go, okay? Second thing I want you to ask is, how do you get them there? Okay, how do you get them there? So back to the fitness coach example. Transformation is to get them strong so that they can feel confident. But what do you do as their coach to get them strong, to get them feeling confident, right? And maybe you just want to say like your end transformation is confidence, and getting strong is how you do it, okay? So now this is where you get to kind of just brain dump or create a thought flow of whatever it is and however it is that you get your clients that transformation. Now, if you're doing this for your entire brand, I want you to think about your entire brand, right? what do you do as a brand? You may have different coaching programs. You may have, you know, different even branches out within your businesses, right? So again, as an overall brand, what do you do? What is the transformation you provide? Now you can also apply this to a specific offer, and most likely this is going to be a lot more specific, right? So maybe for your overall brand, it is, so we'll go with the fitness coach, it is to feel confident, right? And maybe for this specific offer that you're thinking about, it's to generate maybe confidence through mindset or something like that, right? That's just an example. Like for me, I'm going to use that just because obviously it's me, so I know it. My entire brand is around like life coaching, business coaching, fitness coaching. It can all just fall into personal development, self-development, whatever it is, right? So that's my entire brand. And maybe my entire brand is around self-love. But a specific offer might be that transformation is the embodiment. Or another transformation for, let's say, like my Strong and Bomb Academy, that is more so about confidence. Or that could be more so about, you know, relationship with food or relationship with working out, right? Versus, you know, the Embodied Baddie is more for entrepreneurs, and that might provide a different transformation, and I might get them there in different ways, okay? So that's just something to note. All right, so the examples I wrote here for the fitness coach, you know, maybe they put workouts, and then you can branch out. All right, that's weights, that's conditioning. You know, I help them with self-love. I help them with the mindset. I help them with habits, nutrition, movement, yoga, cardio, whatever it is that you do. How do you do it? Okay, then you're going to go into the third step of now getting the macro topic, okay? So what are the 3 to 5 necessities? Out of everything that you just wrote, what are the 3 to 5 categories or things that you do that are a must? Or it could be something that like sums it all up, right? So maybe if you want to say instead of movement, you want to be more specific and you want to say lifting, right? Whatever it is. And again, there's no right or wrong answer. Do what feels called and feels best for you, okay? So the examples I wrote is what are the 3 to 5 necessities that are, again, needed to get that transformation that I provide is lifting, self-love, and mindset. Or for me, specifically with the Embodied Baddie, or actually, no, this is more of my brand as a whole, actually. The 3 to 5 necessities are soul, shadow, strategy, source, and soma, okay? So those are going to be my content pillars. Those are going to be my macro topics. Those are what I talk about on a large scale, okay? Then we're going to really bring it in, funnel it down into your micro topics, okay? So I have a couple different questions. I actually have 3 questions to help you create those micro topics from the macro topic, okay? So the first one is going to be, what are your soul-aligned clients seeking help with? So back to this fitness coach, right, example, they're seeking help with how to gain confidence, or they're seeking help with how to lose body fat, or how to grow a booty, right? Or maybe as for me, like with the Embodied Baddie specifically, it's how to unapologetically express yourself and show up in business, right? That's just an example. Okay, second question. What do your soul-aligned clients desire? Okay, so for the fitness coach example, I put to be able to pick an outfit for that night and then go out and rock it, okay? Because when you're not comfortable in your body or with the things that you wear, that can bring a lot of anxiety, right? I know how many times in the past that like I damn near had a panic attack because I could not figure out what the hell to wear because I didn't feel comfortable in it, right? So that's something that this fitness coach's clients desire, and honestly my clients desire that too. So to be able to pick an outfit for that night, you know, don't have to create like a tornado in their room with different outfits. And again, the more specific, the more descriptive, the more imaginative you can get with that specific thing and create a story or again, a moment in time around that micro topic, the better, right? Because there's so many things going on in your day, in your client's day, in your community days that we don't want to have to give that extra effort of having to imagine it, right? That's why you as a coach or you as an entrepreneur or a businesswoman or a businessman, whatever it is, right? That's your job. You do that for them. You create that story and that description and that picture for them. That's going to make all the difference. So that's the second part, or second question. Third, what do they believe to be true but isn't? And this is going to vary from person to person because maybe there's someone that believes a certain something and I say no, that's not true, but then the next person says yes, that is true, right? So it's going to be very different for everyone. So again, listen to your beliefs, anchor into your beliefs, your opinion, and your power with this, right? The more opinionated you can be, the more you can stand in your own voice, the more you're going to attract those soul-aligned clients. So for this fitness coach example, I put they can't have it all. That is a belief that they currently believe. And again, this is the same thing. Like this is what my clients a lot of times believe at first too. And even I believe this at first, is they can't have it all. So maybe they are a mom of two, they have a full-time job, they have a partner and a dog, and they have all these different things that they want to be happy within, but they currently feel like they're struggling and they can't even imagine adding on another workout routine or starting their fitness journey because they feel like they'll have to sacrifice the other parts of their life that make them happy in order to get that. But that's not true. You can have it all, right? And that's where you as a coach or you as a leader in your industry get to decide or get to express that it is true. And let me show you, let me help you, right? And with your content, the more you can genuinely help people, the more you can actually provide transformations for people, the better, okay? So those are the three. What are your soul clients seeking help with? What do they desire? And then what do they believe to be true but isn't? Now, those are the three questions that you can then go and ask yourself within the macro topics, right? So for lifting specifically, right, that was a macro topic example. What are your soul clients seeking help with in regards to their lifting, in regards to their fitness routine, workouts, anything like that, right? What do they desire with lifting? What do they believe to be true but isn't? Again, apply this to your entire brand or apply it to a specific program or offer. Then we go into this next piece. This is where you get to start to add your personal touches, your story, your experience and expertise, and your soul, right, into this. So first question is, what is something you recently celebrated? And going back to this fitness coach, maybe it's you went out to dinner, you had a bomb-ass meal, and it was a fuck ton of calories, and you enjoyed it, and you had no guilt, right? That is a huge win. Your community and your soul-aligned clients are seeking help with that. So talk about that. Tell that specific story. And these like day-to-day actions or day-to-day, moments that seem just so natural to you are not natural to your clients, right? That's what they're actually seeking help with. So that's how you could also have endless amount of content. As long as you are in your life and living the life experience, you have endless amounts of content. And this format is going to help you turn your entire day into content that helps people get that transformation that they want. So another, for the second piece, how are you proof of possibility? And again, going back, this can be your brand, your entire brand, or the specific offer itself. So this is where you want to tell your story. And maybe it's your story from your like brand story, right? For my brand story is, being really insecure, being really depressed, weighing 115 pounds, working a 9 to 5 and all this different stuff, to now being an entrepreneur, hitting all these different milestones, being able to achieve literally everything I could have desired. That's my entire brand story. So that's how I'm proof of possibility. And again, going back to your audience needs to see that it's possible for them. And your story gets to be that proof of possibility, right? So it's like if someone is currently depressed and insecure, and then I go and tell my story, how I experienced that and was able to move through it, and now that I can help you do it too. That's proof of possibility. That's going to get them excited. That's going to get them hopeful and ready to commit, right? All right, so there's that. Or you could pick a moment in time. In that example where I talked about, going out to eat and not having guilt after, that's a moment in time. And that's like kind of present time, but you could also look at your past and look at your entire story and think about that moment in time, right? And this is where you go back to your micro topics. So what do they desire as a micro topic, right? And we chose to be able to pick an outfit for that night and rock it. Think about all the times in your life, or that one time or that one moment in your life where you did that. Now go tell a story about it and add some value in it by, giving them a tip or giving them a why it's important, or, action steps. That's another thing too that I love to do with my content, is add action steps, right? Because then your client can take all this information and have it and be able to walk away knowing exactly what to do. And if they go and do exactly what you had explained to do, they're going to get that transformation, and they're going to get that transformation for free, which is great, and they're going to remember you for it, right? And transformations can be literally like perspective shifts. They can be aha moments. They can be like physical, tangible transformations. Like there's so many different things and different ways to give clients that transformation. All right. So again, going back to add that personal touch to your micro topics, you have these 3 questions. What is something you recently celebrated? Tell that story. Celebrate it. You can say why it's important. You can talk about how to do it, right? Then how are you proof of possibility? That's where you tell your story. That's where you pick that moment of time. Then what is a story that proves that belief wrong? Did I say that already, or did I skip that? I feel like I skipped that. I don't know. Let me go over it just in case. So what is the story that proves that belief wrong? Right? So going back to what do they believe to be true but isn't? Now, again, pick that moment in your life where it's proof of possibility that that belief is not true, right? Because I have a moment in my time in my life that's evidence of showing that it's not true. So example of like, they can't have it all. When is a time where you were able to have it all? Tell that story. Again, storytelling is super, super important. All right. So I believe that is all the notes I have. Does anyone have any questions? I know I gave a lot of information. Does anyone, anything, any questions, or do you have any content that you want me to go over? We can do that too. This is just going to be a quick mini training. And also let me know how you are enjoying it so far. Do you enjoy it? Let me know. It's different when it's just a live. I don't see you. So drop in the chat. If there's no questions, all good, and we can wrap it up. Use this in your Google Docs, in the notes, in your apps, on a journal. Literally, I have a note, Keeps, I think it's Keeps or something like that I always just pull up. And what you can do is create different sections, right? So for me, I have a section for soul, I have a section for shadow, source, strategy, soma, and then I just fill in those pieces as I go. If something pops up in my mind and I'm able to just quickly jot it down, I jot it down, okay? Put those ideas to paper and as you move through this and create these pieces of content, know that it doesn't have to be perfect. Go for C- work, okay? If you're aiming for an A+ every single time, you're going to end up doing nothing. You're going to just end up procrastinating and waiting on it. Your people need your story. Your people need to hear you, your voice. They need to be seen. They need to be felt and heard and loved by you and supported by you. So C-, anything like that, B-, all that, do it. That is where businesses thrive. Anything above is where businesses will die. Okay? So get your message out there, get your story out there. And if you are watching the replay, continue to add in questions and I will be sure to answer them. Or if you want any specific trainings, let me know, request them in the comments. And also upload your posts to this Facebook, okay? You never know when I'll be doing a content audit that I will do that for you. You never know when, so do that. And then also just, it's the community, right? Go love up and support the other entrepreneurs in here as well. All right, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Have a good night. Again, this will be replayed. The replay will be saved. All right, enjoy the evening. Enjoy the holidays. See you all soon. Bye.